Be vegan, repentant, save your soul.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
รายการของเรามีให้หลายภาษาโปรดดู suprememastertv.com/schedule
John Hume initiated private talks with Gerry Adams, leader of political party Sinn Féin, paving the way to peace in Northern Ireland.
John Hume, Northern Ireland's magnetic leader and peacemaker. Part 1 of 2. Continue watching to find out more.
Dia Gwitch, that's a common Irish greeting that literally translates to, "May God be with you, peace-loving viewers. I am Christine. The hospitable people of Northern Ireland welcome your company. We are delighted to have you join us for part 1 of the 2-part series titled John Hume, Northern Ireland's magnetic leader and peacemaker. An Irish politician, John Hume spent his life in the tireless pursuit of a peaceful solution to the conflict in Northern Ireland. He was widely regarded as one of the most important figures of the Northern Ireland peace process. As the Catholic leader of the Social Democratic and Labour Party, he was one of the architects of the Good Friday Agreement, which was signed in 1998 by Northern Ireland's largest political parties, ending decades of conflict. For his efforts, John Hume was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. He also received the Gandhi Peace Prize and the Martin Luther King Award, making him the only person to win these 3 major peace awards. In 2012, Pope Benedict XVI named John Hume a Knight Commander of the Equestrian Order of St. Gregory the Great, in recognition of his outstanding services to Catholic social teaching in the area of peace. John Hume was born in Londonderry, also known as Derry, Northern Ireland, in 1937, to Samuel and Anne Hume. He was the first of 7 children. The family lived in a 2-bedroom, overcrowded rented house, with Samuel and the 4 boys sharing one room and Anne sharing the other with the 3 girls. His father was unemployed and his mother worked during the night at shirt factories. To boost the family income, young John delivered newspapers at night. He was also an altar boy. He earned a scholarship to study at St. Colum's College, a Catholic grammar school, where he excelled at football and French. He later attended St. Patrick's College, Maynooth, with the intention of studying for priesthood. Although he did not complete his clerical studies, John Hume obtained a master's degree in French and history and returned home to Londonderry to become a history teacher. John Hume felt he had a duty to help those who were not as lucky as he and founded the Derry Credit Union with a few friends. The first credit union in Northern Ireland, it was modelled on similar institutions in the United States of America and started with only 4 members and £7 in its account. At the age of 27, John Hume became president of the Irish League of Credit Unions, the youngest person to ever hold this position. He served from 1964 to 1968. He was also vice president of an international credit union. Later, he stated,
"Of all the things I've been doing, it's the thing I'm proudest of, because no movement has done more good for the people of Ireland, North and South, than the credit union movement."
John Hume also became involved in founding a housing association to relieve the housing shortage in Londonderry. In the first year, about 100 families were accommodated. When his plans to build 700 homes were met with resistance from the Planning Permission Department, he got into politics. This consequently led him into the civil rights movement, seeking fair allocation of housing and jobs. He was inspired by the example of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., emulating his strategy of non-violence.
The people of this area have launched a massive campaign of passive resistance to show that they have withdrawn their consent completely from the system of government that operates in Northern Ireland.
At the age of 32, John Hume's political career began when he was elected as an independent nationalist member of Parliament at Stormont.
To our Protestant fellow citizens who differ from us politically, we ask you to join us as equals on the road to permanent peace and justice, and to add your considerable talents to ours so that we can build together in agreement a new society in which the sectarianism that has scourged our country will be but an unhappy memory.
Let's take a moment to pray that all beings unite for peace around our glorious planet. We'll be right back here on Supreme Master Television. Be veg, go green, to save the planet. Welcome back to John Hume, Northern Ireland's magnetic leader and peacemaker, part 1 of 2. John Hume was elected to the Northern Ireland Assembly in 1973, serving as Minister of Commerce in 1974. He was also a founding member of the Social Democratic and Labour Party in 1970, and 9 years later became its leader. The Social Democratic and Labour Party was the only party in Northern Ireland not using a flag, but a rose as its emblem. In response to the party and housing campaigns, the British government created the Northern Ireland Housing Executive to take control of public housing from the local authorities. In the same year, John Hume was elected to represent Northern Ireland in the European Parliament in Strasbourg, France.
That any agreement reached should be endorsed in the one day by a referendum in each part of the island requiring a yes from each. Now that's a reassurance to the Unionist people that it's agreement and not conquest we're looking for.
A prominent figure in the civil rights movement in the late 60s, John Hume campaigned to have Northern Ireland's second university established in Londonderry. He then helped set up the Derry Citizens Action Committee to raise awareness of the political situation and improve the conditions for the people. In the 1980s, John Hume initiated private talks with Gerry Adams, leader of Sinn Féin, a political party committed to the unconditional unification of Ireland. Despite facing many risks and backlash, he courageously persisted in the peaceful dialogues, creating a number of proposals which are widely acknowledged as having paved the way to peace in Northern Ireland, including a ceasefire agreement in 1994.
And this process, let us underline, is not about victory or defeat for nationalism or unionism. It's about something much greater than that. Today we can take a collective breath and begin to blow away, let's hope, the cobwebs of the past.
John Hume pressed the governments in Ireland and Britain to enter talks with all parties. He enlisted support for the peace process from the United States of America, and notably from former President His Excellency Bill Clinton, who is also a Shining World Leadership Award for Compassion Laureate. The British and Irish governments invited former United States Senator George J. Mitchell to chair the peace negotiations that resulted in the Good Friday Agreement of 1998. The foundation for a lasting peace had been set.
hereby give notice that the percentage votes given at the referendum was as follows. Yes, 71.12%.
A yes vote scarcely ever achieved in a working democracy. In the Republic, with a turnout of 56%, we had a yes vote of 94.4%, a no vote of 5.6%.
This turning point in Irish history was a heartfelt moment for everyone.
How do you feel at this moment? Do you feel emotional? How do you feel?
Well, I feel that, as I said during the week to the voters, that yesterday was a very historic day, and that they weren't just voting for themselves, they were voting for their children and their grandchildren and for future generations. And by casting their vote, they were doing a very historic thing, a yes vote. They would be laying the foundations for the future, the foundations of lasting peace and stability in Ireland, an Ireland which the people, north and south, would have agreed as to how we share this piece of earth together.
Indeed, the Irish people were united in consciousness, giving a resounding yes for change, for a kinder future of peace and stability. During a conference in 2013, Supreme Master Ching Hai explained how people are born into certain countries where their consciousnesses are similar.
Some group of people are born in certain country and where most of the consciousness are similar. And then, of course, if the government and the people are better, more actually doing good things, are earning more merit, but inclined towards spiritual, searching inside and believing, trying to find God, that speed up your levels more than just doing good things. Doing good things are just bringing peace into the world and loving kindness atmosphere among each other. But to be spiritually elevated takes more than that. It takes inner longing to find God. Okay?
Yes, Master. Yes, Master.
You see, like last time I told you about the list of the countries. Most countries, similar people live in same country. You saw that? The majority of which country has so much level, what kind of level? Similar people live in other country, even though next door neighbor country at different level, totally.
It's been a pleasure to have your company today, noble viewers. Join us again on Sunday, May 23rd, for part 2 of John Hume, Northern Ireland's magnetic leader and peacemaker. Coming up next is the unforgettable taste of Indonesian vegan gado-gado salad, right after noteworthy news, here on Supreme Master Television. May heaven radiate boundless love towards you and your loved ones.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/MOS.
Be vegan, make peace.